Hellos, welcomes back everyone, and Wolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic, playing as Isaac Clarke, and we are here on the world of Balmorra. We have just arrived here in the region known as Bugtown, and we are already leaving it. We're heading to the northern region of the Markaran Plains, where we are asked to gain control of a satellite system in the hands of the Empire. Seemingly, the Republic commander had sent an agent to discover the satellite's weakness. Unfortunately, that agent has not come back.
Reminder, mechanized travel is for official business only.
Commander Medine has asked us to locate where the agent has ended up. So we're here at the upper Markaran outpost. There is a lower Markaran outpost where the defensive lasers are seen in the distance there. We'll get there eventually. Now let's just remind ourselves. Yeah, this SIS agent was sent to recover intelligence, but we have been asked to go in search of the agent since he never returned. Let's see now, what do we have? We have an exploration mission here. We have a side mission available to us. And a heroic mission as well. I'll have a brief listen to see what you have to say.
Bulilak apajam kamgam. Amka nemnang. Ampa nemnang memua inok. Mem amak kupkap. Kramanik. Umnugkiga mayamak. Raga memua inu bunyin. Kemapa amkanamia.
A good soldier doesn't talk behind his commanding officer's back.
Nanekari maraka amkam. Jauklibik. Memarakneba. Nayanam ramkam. Kala amkam mani. Libikbak.
I see. So you're going to tell us about the toxic waste area we just flew over. Very well. I think we can leave that heroic mission for the moment. What about you?
Lieutenant, the Imperial uniform has been redesigned again. Truly hideous. Imperial Reconnaissance Unit IM-3. Several of my systems remain offline. I was attacked on patrol by the local resistance. We cannot underestimate these perfidious rebels. Our most recent defeat has given them a significant advantage.
Want to elaborate on that a bit?
I have located the crash site of Shadow Squadron. Poor brave men. The transponders in the damned fighters continue to function.
Very well, okay. I'm more familiar with these quests now. We'll pick those up when it's a bit more appropriate. So, do we have a codex entry on the Markaran Plains? It doesn't seem that a codex entry has been created as of yet. Well, let's go look for this missing agent. So we do have Imperial forces kind of spread out and salvaging some ruins nearby. And not too far away, we actually have the remnants of a shuttle. With the remains of an unidentified individual and a holo recording. This data recorder seems to have come from Agent Yeago's ship.
Mayday! Mayday! Can anyone read me? Comms blocked. That blasted satellite wasn't enough to shoot me down. The Empire's on the ground already. They'll search the ship and find the intel. I'm blasting the intel out with the garbage. That ought to keep the Imperials busy. The intel's away. I'm going down.
The distress call ends abruptly. There's nothing you can do for the SIS agent, but his intelligence may not have been retrieved by the Empire as of yet. And that's why the Empire are excavating the area, they're searching for the intelligence.
Taking the shot.
Okay, ooh, what's this? Along with the garbage here, we have a data pad with part of the intelligence. There's another part right here. Oh, and the final part is just sticking out of the ground. Perfect. I'll head back to this outpost, which the Resistance is helping us hold.
Commander Medine, I've recovered your intel. The agent didn't make it.
Even so, that's the best news I've gotten in a while. There's enough data here to build another satellite system. It's all in Balmorra in shorthand. Looks like the system's operated by the Hawkeye techs. The Hawkeyes are the best technicians on Balmorra. To control the satellite system, we'll need their help.
How do we know they'll want to help?
I doubt the occupation's made them warm to the Empire. Most of the Hawkeyes are stationed at the satellite control tower, but there's one we might be able to reach. Ian Sarkis. I recognize the name. He's young, but brilliant. Bit of a wisecracker.
This could get dangerous. I don't want the kid to get hurt.
If he's willing to help, he's accepting the risk, just like you and me. Sarkis works at a well-armed auxiliary satellite station used to spy on the locals. There's an armory on site, and plenty of Imperial troops. He reports to one of the Empire's best, Admiral Rezair. No wonder they've got control.
That sounds like first-hand experience talking.
Fighting the Admiral's like going up against a Durasteel wall. I don't advocate wholesale slaughter, but this whole plan goes belly up if Admiral Rezair finds out. Do what you have to, and get Sarkis back to the shuttle pad. He'll tell us where to go from there.
I'll head there immediately.
I'll be standing by.
Okay, so one of these Hawkeye techs seemingly is relatively close by. It may be able to locate where the rest of his technicians are located. Now, There may be other quests to go into the region we're about to visit. But since we are going that way, hello, Sergeant.
How do I change the power pack? Sir, my training hasn't covered this type of weaponry yet. Can you show me how to use it? I'm taking the fight to those Imperial scumbags. I owe it to my squadron.
What happened to your squadron?
Now they're salvaging our flyers' databanks. They've got our weapons specs, orders, briefings, everything. I have to get those databanks back and take out those guns. Trouble is, the place is guarded by shock troops. Real hardcore fighters.
If all our soldiers were as brave as you, this war might already be won.
Thank you. I know there's a chance I'll die, but I have to do something. Still, since you're here, we could team up? What if you went in and took care of the vets, and I wait here to deal with any you flush out? That way we're all doing our bit.
I'd be honored to lend a hand.
Just hurry. The Empire will fight to the last breath to keep those databanks. If they manage to decode them, mine won't be the last dead squadron.
Very well. So we're heading into an area called Camp Adjacent, which is what we're bordering right here. We'll take one of the lifts down into the region itself. Camp Adjacent. Camp Adjacent was established in the ruins of a Balmorran factory town, formerly used by the Resistance to launch guerrilla strikes against the Empire. Now, it is a strategically placed and defensible supply base for Imperial troops. Before the Imperials set up camp, the area was occasionally referred to as Ghost Town, as every last inhabitant had been massacred during the Imperial invasion. Buildings were left abandoned and damage sustained to the town when unrepaired, leaving it a graveyard of scrap metal and scorched ground. So, we have 3 anti-aircraft guns and 4 Republic databanks we need to retrieve while we're also here to rescue this Hawkeye technician. So just plant some explosives. Okay, that's 1 anti-aircraft cannon disabled. We're about to have a bonus mission as well. Okay, the Imperials are holding on to the databanks we were also asked to retrieve. Okay, nice and straightforward. Just one more anti-aircraft gun to deal with. Oh, we have an Imperial officer here. I'm trying to recall if there were other quests that would take us into Camp Jason. I can't recall if there were. Oh well, no matter. Let's go find this Hawkeye technician and disable the final anti-air gun. Because we killed this patrolman in one hit, the Imperial turrets weren't able to activate, it seems. Okay. The final turret dealt with. Oh, I got myself stuck. No! Ta-da!
Sarkis?
That's me, and I'll help you with anything you want. Just don't shoot. Guess you must need me or the satellite system pretty bad.
I need you to get me control of the satellite system.
I'd consider that fair trade for a rescue. The Empire hasn't paid me since they took over. But if Admiral Rizair discovers you attacked this post just to get me out, he'll know the Republic's up to something. We'll have to make a few stops first so I can cover our tracks.
I can get behind that.
I've met Admiral Rizair. I'd like to avoid doing that again. Just get me where I need to go. I'll do the rest.
Okay. Seems this civilian is thinking ahead. I like it. We are having to head back along this way. So he wants us to do 3 tasks to try and potentially confuse the Admiral as to what our objective is.
I've scrambled their comm channels. If the Imperials want to tell the Admiral what happened, they'll have to go on foot.
Taking the shot.
I reprogrammed the droids to fire on Imperials. A little more problematic than a tech gone missing.
Uh-oh. Oh, we're stuck in combat.
Taking the shot.
And last but not least,
Watch out. These transmitters used to keep Balmorran predators away. Now they attract them.
okay. We've summoned some Hawkeyes to, yeah, attack the Imperials nearby. Oh,
On your lead.
looks like the Hawkeyes have, oh, they actually ended up prompting us into combat. At least briefly. But our objectives have been achieved. We can now return to the Hollow Terminal and communicate with Commander Medine once again. Oh.
Sergeant Jolis, I have the databanks and all the gun batteries are down.
That means I can get back up in the air again. Plus, I managed to pick off a few Imperials.
There'll be a lot more of that, believe me.
I sure hope so. I can't wait to take the fight to those Imperial scum. With those guns out of the way, we can get the fleet operational again. Payback time.
I was starting to get worried. There's a lot of Imperial movement going on up there.
Sarkis sabotaged a few things to keep them busy.
Ian Sarkis, sir. I left the Empire a few thank you presents for their hospitality.
That's our man. Can you get us control of Balmorra's satellite system?
Not exactly, but I can't shut it down, that's for sure.
What do you mean, not exactly?
I can get you one unauthorized command. Then the system will lock up, and it'll take the Hawkeyes weeks to detangle it.
That'll have to be enough. How do we make this happen?
The hack needs to be planted in the satellite control tower's main computers, right where Admiral Rizair and his men are stationed.
Does the Admiral have any other defenses?
Just his track record. Even in defeat, he always manages to strike the last blow.
Once the fight's over, just insert this disk into the main control console. It'll upload the hack. I need to get to a computer. Thanks again for the rescue.
Taking down Admiral Rizair and his men is a tall order. Are you sure you're up to it?
I'll stay alert.
Sarkis and I will wait for your signal. We'll be ready.
Okay, onwards to the satellite control center. And again, we're being offered some relics, neither of which are better than what we have. Let's see. That looks fine by me. Okay, so the satellite control center is just over here. Do have a bonus mission on the way to defeat 25 of the Imperial forces.
Satellite control towers. These will be a priority target for the Imps to be sure. Okay, and in we go.
Okay, we cleared out most of the Imperial forces. And our target is right here.
Enough. This ends here. I thought the Republic learned the strength of their soldiers after I shot down their dropships. And yet they send you.
Don't worry. I'm the last soldier you'll ever see.
If only that were true. The Empire controls Balmorra. The greatest weapons in the galaxy are now in the hands of its strongest power. If the Republic insists on fighting those odds, Balmorra will suffer for it.
With the Empire gone, Balmorra will thrive.
As if we would leave it to you before destroying it.
Goodbye, Admiral. And let's upload the spike and take control. We have one authorized... What was it? One authorized, like, command we can input into the satellite system.
One satellite defense system, courtesy of me. How's that for the rookie, Hawkeyes? Guys, tell me the other Hawkeyes are just ignoring me.
It's just me and a bunch of dead Imperials.
Odd. The Hawkeyes don't leave their posts, unless it's to help nice people like you. Looks like the hack worked perfectly. I can get one command in before the system locks up. Just say the word and I'll... No. This can't be. The Hawkeyes are being executed. Admiral Rizier's orders.
Where'd you get this information?
I can read. Easiest things to pick up are comm messages.
Sarkis, assault's already begun. There's an Imperial command compound. Can't locate. Destroying our defenses. Use the satellite system to find command. Shut down dispatch console. Mating out.
Well, I'm really torn up about a bunch of stuff being destroyed. But we're talking life or death here. We've only got one command. We have to use it to find the Hawkeyes.
Do it. I won't let innocent people die.
The Hawkeyes are being held in the Okara droid factory. We're lucky. That's not too far away. I brought down their biggest defenses with the turbo lasers, but there's still a lot of Imperials inside.
Tough missions are what I do best.
Just don't have so much fun that you forget to save the Hawkeyes. I can't thank you enough. Now hurry.
We always mention this at this part, but we seem to have skipped almost like a choice, a light side, dark side choice there, where you would choose to save the Hawkeyes, or you would use the satellite command to find this Imperial command center. I've always wondered if it actually considered your character's alignment at the time to make the decision for you. That's the only thing I can think of. No. Maybe it's just a decision that has already been decided for you one way or the other. So, the Hawkeye techs are being held in the Okara droid factory. A rather large facility we can see in the distance here. And normally there's a few optional missions related to being within the Okara droid factory. Now I'm trying to recall if there is a datachron here in the Markaran Plains. There's definitely one in the Okara droid factory, which I think is available for both Republic and Imperial players. Before we go over to the Akara droid factory, however, if there was another Datacron, where would it be located? For some reason I think it's on this mountaintop somewhere, but I can't remember how to reach it. Come on. God damn it. I might not be able to jump up there after all. I don't know what I'm trying to do, actually. I'm just exploring possibilities. And I could be mistaken. I'll have a look at a guide later. Unless it's over there, perhaps. Tell you what, we'll have a quick peek over this way. Kind of just going off the beaten track here. This could entirely be for nothing, I just have to admit. That is not a way up. We have Imperials. We'll come back this way in the future. If nothing else, I'll pull up the guide to remind myself. Now, is there any other quests we can pick up before we go into the droid factory? Hi. I have a feeling you're going to send me into the factory. But I believe I need to get your quest from the lower Markaran outpost. Since we're going to be heading into the droid factory anyhow, yes.
Balmorra apayan. Nila mai ini amka amgap.
The Empire may be calling the shots at Okara now, but they don't own me. This is a golden opportunity.
Ibegap kamka, kakyam. Clarke ni mo amia galak.
Great. The Empire overruns my workplace and suddenly I'm a traitor. I'm in a perfect position to ruin their operations, but the Republic won't even hear me out.
Where exactly do you work?
The Okara droid factory, which the Empire controls now, not ideal employers. For the past few months, my factory's been putting together a massive shipment of battle droids for the Empire. In the interest of quality assurance, I developed a virus and uploaded it to one of the droids, just to see what would happen. The droid malfunctioned, violently. Now, imagine if we infected the entire shipment of droids with that virus.
The Empire would have a horde of rampaging battle droids to deal with.
An incident like that could shake the Empire's faith in droids altogether. It's just a matter of distributing the virus to all the units. We've been using special relay droids to upload all the necessary programming to the combat models. If we infect the relay droids, they should transmit the virus to the rest. I'd do it myself, but they're guarded by sentry drones. If you can get past those sentries and upload the virus, you'll corrupt thousands of the Empire's droids. Will you do it?
Just give me coordinates and I'll move out.
Nulilak apajam kamgam. Amka nemnang. Ampa nemnang memua inok. Nikag agak kip debab. Naya amgam barakeki. Balmorra apayang. Nilama ini amka amgap.
It's about time someone listened. Thank you.
So the relay droids themselves aren't actually within the droid factory, but just outside of it. So let's upload this virus. Okay, yeah, it seems to be working. We'll leave the droids to fight it out, and into the Okara droid factory we go. So we can report that the virus was a success. But it was mentioned that if it was a success, there may be more we could do while we were here in the factory.
Nulilak apajam kamgam. Amka nemnang. Ampa nemnang memua inok. Yang perlu amka. Kalami nayakira nebua ripok. Nanekari maraka amka. Jauk libik. Memarak nebab.
That's some good thinking.
Mem kanaya nugan. Finim nayalak umnug mege. Mem amak kupkap. Kramanik. Umnug kiga mayamak. Kamperem ganam. Bagiyang. Manik hikapukam.
Okay. So even though we've affected the droids here on Balmorra, a shipment is due to leave very shortly. And we could infect the probe droids before they leave. Map. Okay, there's a few places we can go. We have research and development, where we're going to be searching for the Hawkeyes, hopefully before they're killed. And we do have the droid assembly line as well. Before we head that way though, of course, we do have an entry on the droid factory. Another victim of the Empire's many acts of sabotage during its initial invasion. The Akara droid factory was one of the most productive droid manufacturers on Balmorra. Imperial technicians uploaded a virus into the automated factory system, turning its military droids against the Balmorran population. But the virus was too successful. The droids fully secured the factory and continued production, forcing the Empire to take it back through military action. Now, after several hard-fought battles, Imperial soldiers have moved into the factory and established a base of operations. Technicians are hard at work reversing the damage they caused and hope to resume production of military droids to supplement the occupation force. Now, there may be a heroic mission available to us here. Of course, it is very close to the daily reset. So if we were to pick up a heroic mission, we'd either have to rush to complete it or wait until the reset occurred. So, we need to infect all 4 of the production lines, and we do actually have a staged bonus mission here as well. So stage 1 was just to deal with a small number of the Imperial forces. Stage 2 is to open 3 war droid shipping containers and destroy the war droids within. Let's upload the viruses to the, well, just some of the assembly lines. Oh, we have a law object here. Under Balmorran corporations. Prior to the Empire's invasion, Balmorra was one of the galaxy's leading independent industrial worlds. It maintained a close relationship with the Republic, but remained aloof of most galactic struggles due to the strength of its corporations, including Okara, Balmorran Arms, and Traken Industries. As the leading weapons and droid manufacturer, Balmorra was a corporate-run oligarch democracy centered on the capital of Bin Prime. The Empire took pains to leave the corporate hierarchies intact when the occupation began in an effort to smoothly transition back to full industrial production. Corporate executives who refused to cooperate were forcibly removed and replaced, and today Balmorran corporations are puppets for the Empire, sometimes eager, but more often not. We are looking for some of these shipping containers.
Taking a shot.
Okay. The next step is to locate 3 power couplings. Power couplings, you say? Oh, we're heading to a new region altogether. Oh, while we're here... here's the datacron. Let's see if I can get over breaking my legs. I forgot where this drops us. I think this actually drops us into the research and development area. I think this is fine. We might bump off the wall here. Ooh, oh, there's a ledge. Yeah, we are in the research and development area. This is the elevator which would take us to here. Huh. Well, either way, another datachron we are no longer able to access. So not only are we looking for the Hawkeye techs, but there are some researchers which have been enslaved. Okay. All the researchers rescued. And we have execution droids.
You saved us! I didn't think anyone knew we were here. The Imperials were gonna use us for target practice. We owe you one.
Get yourself somewhere safe.
We're gonna run until there's no more Imperial flags. Thank you again.
So most of our objectives here in the droid factory are already complete. But if we want to cause more problems for the Imperials, let's go disable these power couplings. Seems like we're going to be heading over to the reactor area. Yeah, power generation. That's where we're ending up. Okay, so we're looking for a console. That'll be what we're looking for. Oh, there's the daily reset just occurred. Okay. All 3 power couplings have been disabled. Yeah, we must now destroy the power generator itself. Which is quite easy when you can put the Imperial Overseer to sleep. We did get the repair droid's attention. But we did rip out its data core. Okay, perfect. A couple of companion gifts there, I'll take those. So, overall, we've had a good time here in the Okara Droid Factory. The Republic forces, unfortunately, may have taken a battering back over in Bugtown. But hopefully the rescue of the rest of the Hawkeye techs will prove a boon later on. We may still need to come back here to the Okara Droid Factory as part of the Trooper storyline. I don't fully know. Don't recall the missions we have here on Balmorra as a trooper in search of this demolitions expert. I'm sure it'll all come back to me as we go through our time here on the planet. So I think we actually do need to go all the way back to Commander Medine at Farnell Outpost, rather than use the Hollow Terminal. Yes, I believe so.
I just ran a full diagnostic on our droids. Looks like they've all been infected. They won't go ballistic until they've been shipped and deployed, but when they do, watch out, Imperials. This wouldn't have happened without your help. The Republic doesn't realize what you've done for them.
Don't forget your part. You acted in spite of their distrust.
I had to do something. Otherwise, I really would be the Imperial scum they think I am. So long as the Republic thinks I'm a traitor, the Empire will too. Might as well stick around, do some more damage.
can hand over the data core here. Excellent. So, of course, we still have the exploration mission being offered by this Imperial droid. I think there is also another quest which will take you into the Markaran Wastes, also known as Camp Tracken 4. We may or may not look at those. We probably will. At some point. Oh! Ian Sarkis here wanted to thank us for getting his fellow Hawkeyes out alive.
Greetings. You are cleared for the following travel routes.
Welcome back. The satellite system's down and the battle's over. I've been in some intense ops before, but that... let's just say Bugtown never looked so good. We're holding the Empire back by the skin of our teeth. Freeing captive civilians wouldn't have been my choice.
I did what seemed right.
But what's right isn't always what's best. Either way, we'd likely be standing in a bombed-out mess if it wasn't for you. You've got my thanks.
There's a lot of Balmorra left. What's your next move?
Get into more populated areas. Start contacting the locals. Our next major offensive is Imperial headquarters in the city of Sobrik. There's a sizable Balmorran resistance set up nearby. Beck Tauret, the resistance leader, requested our aid, but the satellite system kept us from answering. I'd like to send you.
The Empire's got everything. The resistance can't be well equipped.
Don't be so sure. Balmorra's covered in factories, workshops, warehouses. I'll let Beck know you're heading in that direction. He'll be waiting. I've got to get back to troop deployment. I'm certain we'll cross paths again.
I am certain we shall as well.
We're gaining more ground every day, thanks to you.
You are welcome. So, yeah, we're going to be contacting more of the Resistance locals. So I guess this ties into us speaking with this Resistance leader Ardon as well. Find out where Tanovic is located. What we'll do is take a break here once more. Thank you all for joining me here with more Star Wars The Old Republic, and here on the world of Balmorra. As always, feel free to leave a comment if you so wish, and hopefully I'll see you for even more next time. Until then, no, take care. Bye bye now.